So the next thing that happened on Elimination Chamber, it was the main event. It was the WWE Champion, Bobby Lashley, versus Brock Lesnar, versus Seth Rollins, versus AJ Styles, versus Austin Theory, versus Riddle in the Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship. And this match, I'm just going to go ahead and start talking about it. So what happened in the match was we seen so Seth Rollins and Austin Theory was the ones that was starting off the match. Um, during with them two being in it just themselves, we seen Seth Rollins pick up Austin Theory, pretty much hitting like the buckle bomb, pretty much, but put him through the pod where Bobby Lashley's at, and it made it seem like he hit his head on the back of the other side of the glass or whatever, pretty much taking him out, and pretty much for concussion protocols they had to take Bobby Lashley out the match. But pretty much, if you guys haven't heard, he's actually been injured the whole time since his match against Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble, where he injured his shoulder, so he can be out for like 3 to 4 months, they said. So he injured his shoulder against Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. Pretty much it was just known today, actually. That injury actually been going on for like 3 weeks now. So that's why he hasn't been no match on Raw or nothing. So yeah, he injured his shoulder, and it was just a way to get him out of this match and pretty much, get him to lose the WWE Championship. So pretty much it was like a good way to get him to lose the title and everything instead of like relinquishing it. But still, they could have figured something else out. So yeah, and that's what took Bobby Lashley out this match. And then Styles, Riddle, and Seth Rollins comes into this match, and then at the very ending, we seen Brock Lesnar pretty much destroying the pod, making him bring himself into this match. He comes in, starts F5ing everybody. He hits the F5 on the Rollins, pins him. F5 on Riddle, pins him. F5 on AJ Styles, pins him. Eliminates all three of them, so it only left Lesnar and Austin Theory. And Lesnar starts chase after Austin Theory, putting him through the pod, doing stuff like that. But at one point, Austin Theory actually hit the low blow onto Lesnar, and pretty much hit that drop kick at one point onto Lesnar, pinning him. Lesnar kicked out at 2, but he almost actually had it. And then, it scared the shit out of Austin Theory. He gets out of the ring, starts climbing up the chains, trying to escape from Brock Lesnar. He actually tried to get out of the Elimination Chamber through the openings or whatever, which was pretty funny. But Lesnar climbed up there and grabs him, pulls him back down, but both of them was on the top of the pod, and Lesnar starts bashing his head against the glass, picks him up on his shoulders, and literally F5s him right off the top of the pod. He gets down, throws him back in the ring, and pins him for 3. So pretty much, Lesnar pretty much killed Austin Theory tonight. Like, Theory went through some shit. Literally, he got powerbombed through one of the pods and getting F5 off the top of a pod and everything. So yeah, Austin Theory got killed tonight. But yeah, he was perfectly fine. But yeah, that's what happened. And Brock Lesnar eliminates every single body in this match, which everybody kind of expected. And he is the new WWE Champion. So at WrestleMania, we'll see Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for a championship versus championship match at Mania. So yeah, the WWE Championship and the Universal Championship will both be on the line at WrestleMania. That's what's going to go down. So yeah, but for tonight's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, oh boy, let's go ahead and talk about it. So pretty much everybody, it was so predictable. Like, we already knew Lesnar was going to win, Roman, Drew McIntyre, everybody, like, we already knew that the matches is, like, so predictable at Elimination Chamber. The Elimination Chamber which I forgot to give the rating for, I'll give that match 1.5 stars. That's why I'll give that Elimination Chamber match Now, the funny part was with Austin Theory getting F5'd off the top of the pod, which was pretty funny. But still, Lesnar dominated the whole thing, which everybody kind of figured, but still, I don't care. I don't like that type of stuff. In the Elimination Chamber match, at least. But yeah, that's the issue with that match. Usos attacking the Viking Raiders. I hate that WWE pretty much was promoting this match, and then of course this match don't happen, so it's getting pushed back and everything. I hate stupid shit like that. Lita versus Becky Lynch. That was a pretty good match. Good match with Lita, since she hasn't had like a one-on-one match in so many years. So yeah, that match was pretty good. The Drew McIntyre Madcap Moss. The match was okay, other than that freaking one botch spot where when Madcap Moss actually landed on the top of his head. That was one scary looking move right there. The women's elimination chamber match was pretty good. The Ronda Rousey Naomi versus Sonya Deville and Charlotte Flair match, it was predictable, but it was okay. And the Roman Reigns versus Goldberg match, it was okay as well. So yeah. Other than the whole Elimination Chamber pay-per-view being so predictable, like we literally knew who was going to win every single match, literally. Other than that, it was decent, I guess, at best. Out of 10, I'll give this Elimination Chamber pay-per-view a 6 out of 10 stars, maybe 5.5. It was okay. It was an okay pay-per-view. There was some good matches. Like, the women knocked it out the park. The guys, I don't know what the hell was going on with everybody else. But the women knocked it out the park for the pay-per-view. Now, the Royal Rumble pay-per-view was way better than the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, but yeah. But the next pay-per-view will be WrestleMania, so I'll be doing my reviews on that when that comes up for both nights, night 1 and night 2. So yeah, be expecting that when they air and stuff. So yeah. But I'll be doing my Monday Night Raw reviews this Monday night, so watch out for that as well. So yeah, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, subscribe to this channel, Chris Medeiros, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and it'll be down there in the description box. And I'll see you guys later.